The other day, my wife was taking a shower, and I was looking at her butt and thinking, butt cracks are weird, man. Ladies and gentlemen, adults and children, nondescript people and descript people, I've gathered you all here today to discuss one very important topic. The age-old question that has puzzled men, women, taxidermists, and small children for generations. It's a most important question, a deep question, a question that sparks many other questions. The question is this: does the octopus have a butt? We are here today to answer the question with vim. We will answer it with vigor. We're going to answer the question of butts and their specificity with extreme prejudice. I will be presenting the case of the octopus and its butt from both sides. The yes, the octopus does have a butt side, and the no, butts are not for the octopus side. Let's get started with the yes perspectives. Ready? Proselytize. Yes, definition number one. A butt is something that poops. Now I know you were thinking, Bob, that's gross. And my response to that would be, that is gross. Welcome to science. Here's something you should be aware of though. Its importance. We cannot just go around calling any old meeting of the body parts of butts. No, no, no. It has to be functional. It has to be a portal through which waste exits the building. In this case, a squishy tentacled building. Here's the thing about octopuses though. Is it octopuses? Octopi? Octopods? Let's go to the screen for help. Wait, what? Octopussy? That can't be right. Why on earth would they name it that? But this is a spy movie title screen. Come on, I need a scientific answer. And don't tell me that James Bond is above science, because he most certainly is not. What the heck? Well, okay then. Looks like we have our answer. Science just doesn't care enough to pick one, so neither do we. Moving on. As I was saying, the octopuses do have an anus. It's just up inside their head mantle thing. Look, the anatomy of an octopus is freaking weird, all right? But the point is that poop comes out of their siphon. The same siphon they use to shoot ink, and also for propulsion. The octopus is literally powered by its own butt. That right there is the most butt-forward creature on the entire planet, and I will die on this hill. Now you might say, but Bob, what about animals with only one hole? I am so glad you asked, hypothetical skeptic. The jellyfish, the sea anemone, the coral, all of these creatures eat through the same hole they poop out of. They're called monostomes. Also the alien Rocky from Arid, if you've seen the film. They have, effectively, a butt mouth. A mouth butt? Let's not get into that today. That's a topic for a different video. Furthermore, the cloaca. The cloaca? The cloaca is nature's magic all-in-one solution. Waste, urine, eggs, sperm, it all jumps out of one crazy door. Birds have one, reptiles have one, platypuses have one. I mean, it's not exactly an anus, but it is anus adjacent, which is therefore butt adjacent, which counts in my book. Yes, definition number two. A butt is the opposite side of something from the front/top. The head is on one side and the butt is on the other. This is true in nature, in art, and in things like the butt of the hand, which is a real thing that people do actually say, no need to Google. Now the octopus has a beak right in the middle of the bottom, where all the arms meet. That is its face area. Its mouth is down there, which means the head is the butt. Just look at this. Here are his eyes, and here's his mouth underneath, which would make the whole back area part right here. And as we've already established, the back of something is the butt. So definitively, this is the octopus's butt. Case closed, mic drop. Interlude. Okay. It would be nice if that was the end of the video, but how can we call ourselves intrepid explorers in the name of science if we don't examine the opposing side thoroughly? It's time for the negative side, the not a chance side, the pack it up and go home with your nonsense definitions of what a butt actually is side. And begin. No, definition number one. A butt is where two appendages meet on the body. Let's not be too hasty here. It can't be just any point where an appendage joins the body. No. Because that would make every single finger a butt, every shoulder a butt, every neck attachment. Well, I think you get the picture. That would be ridiculous. And as I am sure you are aware, we are not in the business of ridiculous in this neck of the woods. No, it must be the part of the body itself where the two appendages meet. Consider this image, and this one, and also this one. Now let's look at the octopus. How many arms does an octopus have? If you said 8, that was the correct answer. I would have also accepted 7 after an unfortunate incident with a soft serve ice cream machine. 8 arms, all meeting at a central point, which means, by this definition, the octopus does not have just one butt. Oh no, the octopus has 28 butts. Oh, no, wait, it's the pairs that make the butts, so that's 28 divided by the... Wait, no, that's not right either. Hold on just a second. You know what? The correct answer we're landing on is way too many butts, okay? The octopus is potentially mostly butt. Speaking of arms meeting in the center, let me draw your attention to the starfish. The starfish has 5 arms, all meeting at a central point, making it essentially a living, breathing pentagon of butts. A pentabutt, if you will. Now, does it count if there's no line you can see? I would argue no. The octopus arms sort of just melt into the body. There is no defined crack, and yes, that is the scientific term. No delineation, no sculptural commitment to the butt shape. Before I continue on, though, I must address the age-old saying, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. It goes like this. Guess what? Chicken butt. This saying is, and you heard it here first, factually incorrect. Chickens have cloacas, not butts. This saying has been lying to children for centuries, and I, Bob the Creator, am finally saying enough. Enough. No, definition number 2. A butt is something you sit on, or more precisely, the part of something you rest your weight on. Consider the following. The butt of a rifle, the part you press against your shoulder. The butt of a tree, the part that rests against the ground. The butt of a beer bottle, the part that sits on the table. Now, to closely follow my previous irrefutable evidence, no, you may not start typing things in the comments, I now present to you the irrefutable chair test. The test goes like this. If you put a chair under something and it looks like it's sitting, then that thing has a butt. This rhino, a butt. This giraffe, a butt. This little coffee mug with a butt image, also a butt. Definitive proof, you see? Now, for the question with some actual weight to it. Does the octopus pass the chair test? Observe. I had thought this test was going to be more conclusive, but the octopus is out there. And it looks very comfortable. It's definitely doing some resting, I guess. I was very confident going into this, but now I'm going to have to say the results are inconclusive. Conclusion. So, after all of this, where do we land? Does the octopus have a butt? I say yes. Probably. Maybe. Sort of. Maybe we just settle on the answer being that the octopus has something butt adjacent. It has a siphon that functions like an anus/butt. It has a top that is technically opposite the mouth, like a butt. It may, by the 2 appendages rule, have upwards of 28 butts, and it passes the chair test. Sort of. The octopus, I am prepared to say on camera, is extremely butt-friendly as a species. You're welcome, science. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have it out in the comments. Yes butt, no butt. How many butts does it take to screw in a light bulb? Let the debate continue. Butt cracks are still weird though. Peace.